we have Cecilia Bogi, our Latin America lead. Cecilia?
Yes, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this new session of Women PowerUp Network. Thank you, Priya.
Thank you, Cecilia. We have Anita as well, our Europe region lead. Anita?
Hi, everyone. Welcome and greetings from Poland. It is now 15:34 in the afternoon, and you have 25 degrees, so a very sunny day. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Excellent, Anita. And it is 7 p.m. Here, 7:05 p.m. in Mumbai, India, and we are at 32 degrees. Very warm. And I believe it is winter for Cecilia, isn't it? You're on mute, Cecilia, if you're talking.
Yes, I'm sorry, it's winter here. It's not so cold today, but we are at the beginning of the winter in a few days.
Thank you, Cecilia. And do we see Grace on the call? If not, then Grace is our Africa region lead. She'll be joining in soon. And please say hello to each other. She's here. Please say hello to each other and let us know from where you have joined in today. The Menti poll is on the screen, www.menti.com 63561142. And the link Cecilia will put on the chat window. If not, you can just put in menti.com and the code and let us know from where you have joined in. We have a global audience today, so it will be pretty cool to know from which part of the world everyone is here. There are some housekeeping rules. We are all here to celebrate leadership. I would say more of women leadership, and we are all speaking on individual capacity. Our views do not anyways represent the organization that we work for. And this meeting has been recorded, as you have already guessed, by multiple AI co-pilots as well as by Cecilia. If you're uncomfortable in any ways, please feel free to hop off the event. Else, you are welcome to continue. Now, before we get started, we'll talk more about our community and the community update. And as I said, I am Priya Patra and I'm the lead of the community. A bit about our community. Our community was incepted on Jan 26, 2020, just before COVID started. Although we started local, but then because of COVID, we went global. We are not a business, but a community with a purpose. We have multiple groups that is on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. And right now, the last time I saw, there was 935 members all across the globe. Our vision is to empower everyone with the right support or skill, and we hope we will be able to transform the future someday. And that is our mission. And right now, we are providing this platform where you can come and showcase your skills, your leadership skills, your public speaking skills, or even your research ability, which we will see in a few minutes from now. We truly believe that being good enough is amazing. And when such good enough people come together, we really power each other up. And together we rise. Before we move on, let us join our hands together for our partners who have been supporting us for this last 4 years now. Agile in Education, USA, PMI Slovenia, who is our partner, PMI Buenos Aires, Argentina, and PMO officers, IAPM with the support of Linda and Agnostic Agile. Do join their amazing community, and also Scrum Day London. Our technology partner is We Are Ready Now, LLC. And it's a pretty cool, I always say this, it is a very, very cool company. And the logo is also pretty cool. It's like the rear view mirror, you see the future coming. And we are ready now. So lots to learn. Visit their website. And Cecilia can put the link on the chat window. They do pretty cool stuff as well. A recap of our focus for this year, and we have encapsulated this in the theme known as Power of One. The theme for the collaboration is about taking up collaborative projects. And right now we are doing collaborative articles, mainly around leadership dimensions in the age of AI. And you will see we've already written 4 articles. The first one was on artificial intelligence and how it can improve diversity, equity, and inclusion. The second one, very, very pressing topic. We are all talking about global warming. So, can AI help us to move towards a sustainable future? So, that's also a pretty interesting viewpoint. The third one was about artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence. And this one, the latest hot off the press, is cultural intelligence in this collaborative world with the help of AI. Can AI help us to become more culturally intelligent? And Cecily, if you can put the links on the chat window, you guys can go and look up and see and read those articles there. If you want to be part of this group or co-author articles, you can scan the QR code on your screen, or again, there'll be a link which you can express your interest and we will reach out to you. And of course, we are always looking for co-authors across continents. So we will definitely reach out to you. If not this year, next year, definitely, because we intend to continue this. We are getting very good response. And we are hoping that after putting all these articles together, maybe we will be able to publish a book or an ebook on Amazon. A huge shout out not only to the collaborators and the co-authors, but also to our editorial team, which includes Grace, Cecilia, Andrea, and myself. And not to forget our community specialist, Jody. If Jody is there on the call, she does an amazing work in designing the surveys and contributing to the voice of the community section. So with this, Cecilia, if Tiffany is there, you can introduce Tiffany.
Yes, please. Let me introduce Tiffany, our moderator of the session. Tiffany is an award-winning global communications and community engagement visionary, leader, speaker, author, and philanthropic, with more than 2 decades of experience crafting innovative marketing, communications, and community engagement campaigns and strategies. A proven leader, she successfully combines creative and analytical leadership skills to drive revenue and increase profit margins. Throughout her career, she has served as Director of Marketing and Communication for Southern Methodist University, Chief Communication Officer for multiple organizations. A highly respected and trusted business pioneer, she has received an array of accolades, including the 2023 Your Hour Her Power Award by Dress for Success Dallas 2022, Best Community Leader Award by the Dallas Weekly 2022, Women in Business Honoree by the Dallas Business Journal 2015, University of North Texas Distinguished Young Alumni Award, and 2013 Dallas Black Chamber of Commerce Quest for Success Award. Whoa! Now over to Tiffany to take the discussion forward.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. And I am just truly, truly honored to be here with you all, and just really excited about today's discussion. And so, so to get started, I just want to talk about that we're going to be leading a discussion on a panel of women, powerful women from all over the world about the impact and importance of artificial intelligence and cultural intelligence. And so before we get started, though, I would like to take a moment to allow each of our panelists to introduce themselves. And I'll begin with you, Jennifer, and then you each can just kind of go after that.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. It's around 4:43 p.m. in Kenya. I hope you can hear me clearly because it's raining very heavily. I am located in Kenya, Africa, where we had the conference for project management last year. And I'm happy to be doing this particular session. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Rosia, Latin America.
Yes, thank you. My name is Rocio Celada. I'm from Latin America. I live in Bolivia. Bolivia is a country in the middle of Latin America. Right now, the morning, it's 9:44. We're starting the winter here, but it's a really beautiful Saturday morning. So the sun is shining, so everything is okay. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to join this network. And I hope today we're going to share a lot and learn a lot. So welcome everybody, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Patricia.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Patricia Prokopek from Poland, a country in Europe. It's afternoon in Poland. What else? We have almost summer, so I am happy with that. Yes, and I am also happy that I can be part of this webinar with you. Thank you.
Thank you. And Rupa.
Namaste. I'm from India. I'm from Pune, which is around 180 kilometers from Mumbai, which is the most known city of India. We are at the brink of our monsoons. It's raining. It started raining here, and the weather has become definitely pleasant. I'm looking forward to this discussion, and it was a very enriching experience when I collaborated for the article. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, ladies. And again, we're so excited to have you all with us today. And so speaking of the article, I'll just delve right in. So for everyone, last month, we asked our LinkedIn followers, can AI develop our cultural intelligence? And we also conducted an extensive survey across continents in this topic. And based on our findings, we determined that there are both benefits and challenges when bridging the two. So today's discussion, we're going to delve into our research, and we'll conclude with some recommendations on how leaders can best incorporate AI to effectively lead cross-cultural teams and shape future leaders by building inclusive and collaborative organizations. So our panelists here, we're just going to go ahead and delve into a couple of questions that really talk to the article, as well as to a lot of the things that are happening with AI and cultural intelligence. So I'll get started with, let's start with Rocio. So the most respondents deemed cultural intelligence crucial in our connected work, with the majority rating themselves as proficient or competent. This indicates a strong foundation in understanding and appreciation cultural leadership. What's AI's impact on cultural interactions?
Yes, thank you. Indeed, our survey included 131 respondents across various continents. That's amazing, right? So
Yeah.
our survey, in the results, it highlights that a strong optimism about AI's role in enhancing cultural interactions. Most respondents agree that AI is crucial for our interconnected world, rating cultural intelligence as indispensable. And I think it's because of our findings. We have found AI-driven real-time translation services, and they are really significantly breaking down linguistic barriers, enabling seamless communication and understanding among diverse cultural groups. This fosters better collaboration and mutual respect in global settings, right? On social media platforms, AI algorithms help identify and promote culturally relevant content, enhancing users' understanding of different traditions, practices, and perspectives. This is not only builds cultural empathy, but also ensures diverse voices are heard. In healthcare, AI assists in delivering cultural sensitive care by understanding patient backgrounds. AI enables healthcare providers to tailor their approach, improving patient outcomes and satisfaction among cultural diverse population. So we know this is all great, but we also have to take care about some challenges and ethical considerations. Because while AI offers immense potential, and we know that, we must also address challenges as data, biases, ethical implications, ensuring that our AI systems do not perpetuate stereotypes or biases requires also rigorous ethical standards and continuous oversight. So in conclusion, our survey determined that AI's potential to transform cultural interactions is vast, from bridging communication gaps to fostering empathy and inclusiveness. However, realizing this potential demands a concerted effort to integrate ethical practices and cultural intelligence into AI development and deployment.
Thank you. That's very, very insightful. So to that point, so that leads me to my next question. What actually happens when AI meets cultural intelligence? Let's see, Patricia, would you like to chime in on that?
Yes, thank you. As first shot, I would say modern, globalized, more informed, inclusive, diverse cultural landscape. This is, let's say, first thought when we are saying about AI and CQ together. But let me focus maybe around communication, because I think this is for me, this is most important thing within my daily business, and not only. First of all, you have to know that in Europe, we have around 200 different languages. So you can just imagine how the business looks within the communication within the different countries. What I mean that effective communication is one of the area where NI and CQ can make a substantial impact. Let me also tell something about AI translation tools. Yes, for me, this was also, let's say, some kind of magic, because now using AI tools, we can translate not only sentences, not only words, but we can also share the context we want to do. Yes, we want to, let's say, share. Let's think about the Google Translate, let's say the first tool, worldwide tool we have used. There was one-to-one simply translating. Sometimes we have lost the context. Sometimes we have, of course, we have lost, not sometimes, we have lost the emotions. Sometimes due to misunderstanding, we have translated to our co-workers a little bit different context, what makes a lot of problems, misunderstanding, and troubles. This, let's say, I am talking here about my experience, but I believe you have similar experience here. Now we have the AI-powered translation tools, which can facilitate clear communication across different languages, breaking down barriers, and ensuring that all team members, for example, can contribute effectively. What else? Additionally, and I can analyze the tone and sentiment of communication, helping leaders, because we are talking here about the leaders, understand the emotional context, messages, and addressing potential conflicts before it will be escalate. Yes, so this is around the communication. What else? AI-driven platforms. This can provide, of course, the personalized cultural trainings. I think we all leaders should have up-to-date knowledge, trainings, adapting content to the learning piece of individuals, leaders. What I think is important as well here, that AI can offer real-time insights into cultural trends, by analyzing data from various sources, allowing leaders to stay informed and responsive to cultural dynamics. Inclusivity in decision making. This is another thing, is also greatly enhanced through AI. This can identifying and flagging biases. Yes, this is also something important. I will put here a question mark whether AI is so well prepared to find out, the biases, but I will leave this maybe for another session. But I think we have at the moment a lot of tools which can support, which are supporting the cultural intelligence at the moment. Yes, so this is what I can say, yes, in regards to the
Yes.
to
Thank you. No, that was very, very great feedback. And those are some very, very great points, especially about being able to translate and then also, just being able to help with the cultural differences. But you mentioned a couple of things that I think that I would like to ask Jennifer about, because you're right, there may be some biases there with the interpretation of AI. So that leads me to my next question. Can AI be your friend or a foe when you're building cultural intelligence? Jennifer, would you like to chime in on that?
Yes, thank you, Tiffany. And I think most of them have already been mentioned by Lucio and Patricia, that we can actually leverage AI to do quite a lot. For example, you've heard about the language translation. And when we come, especially us who come from Africa, we have diverse culture. We have so many communities. We have quite a lot. And most of the projects or initiatives are actually spanning multiple countries or even across the globe. So AI is very, very important because we need to learn other people's culture and languages. So AI can come in and actually help us to be able to learn. So we have a lot of things that we can be able to learn. There is translation that can be done. We can be able to look at the trends that are there, so it can be able to do data analysis. It's also a good tool to actually be able to refer to. So we have those kind of tools that have been mentioned, like Google Translator. I've seen majority of the people nowadays are learning other languages, like using the Duolingo. Yeah, the other time we were just saying now it's time to learn French because we don't want to be going to a conference and then we are given the microphone to be listening to the translation. Why not learn that particular language so that when you go there, you look like everyone else? So it has quite a lot of potential. But on the other hand, the same things have been mentioned, that AI is normally it uses algorithms. These algorithms are normally created by people. So if you're creating one and you don't belong to Africa, how sure are we that is not going to be biased? How sure are we that is not going to pick up the stereotypes that we normally find in other communities that are not true? So the biasness can actually be there. Sometimes even AI may actually eliminate the issue of human to human interactions. So it has its own repercussion, it has its own benefit. But as readers, we cannot rule out the use of AI. So the best thing we can be able to do is to make sure that we actually eliminate some of the challenges that we have and take up the positive and make sure that AI is working for us so that we can be able to have an inclusive readership where we are able to work as a team, because the world is actually moving from the global, or it has already become a global village. Technology is here to stay. It's not going backwards. So we have to embrace AI and make sure it's working for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Now, you again, I think all of you have touched on some really great points that are also transcend to the North America as well, with AI and having the cultural intelligence as well. A lot of those AI machines, they're going to adapt the biases of the people that's creating them. So you got to make sure there's a diversity in the thoughts, in the backgrounds of those individuals who are actually working in STEM and technology and creating those particular tools. So that leads me over to my next question. This will be for you, Rupa. What does your research from Asia indicate, and why is cultural intelligence important in your continent?
Thank you, Tiffany. Basically, when we talk about cultural intelligence, it is the ability of an individual to function in a diverse environment, which is not a familiar environment to them. It is a culturally diverse set. due to globalization now in our workplaces, we have daily interactions with individuals from diverse backgrounds and cultures. So it is very challenging when we are interacting, because we don't know the nuances of that culture. So the challenges could be language barriers. In Asia, we have, so even if you consider India as a country, each state in itself is different. There is a different language spoken, the culture is different, their habits are different, everything. So it's like a mini continent within a country, India becomes. And so each of the countries like Japan, China, everyone has their own ways and means of communicating. There might be gestures which you don't understand when they are communicating. There might be prejudices. So all these are some challenges that we face when we are in a work environment. And how does AI help us overcome these challenges is language translation. So tools like Google Translator and all help us in language translation, real-time language translations. So during meetings, when you're saying something, these tools now over the years have been so fine-tuned that they get the gist of what you're saying and translate accordingly. So the accuracy is high. Then there is cultural context, which we have to understand. Like AI in a marketing campaign, in your marketing campaigns and all, AI helps to analyze the cultural nuances and adopt your messaging accordingly, the marketing message that you are sending, right? Personalization. So our social media uses AI to personalize content. Your news feed on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook is personalized to what you browse. So the advertisements that you see are personalized. So AI can help with this. Cross-cultural training. So an AI platform can help in cross-cultural training. Like it can put you in give you a situation and how you are going to react, and help in correcting if there are any faux pas that you do during a meeting. Then chatbots, virtual assistants, which help you to correspond based on the country you are from. Also, remote collaboration. AI helps in during virtual meetings and all. The AI-powered video conferencing platforms help in real-time language translations. And so sentimental analysis, like in multinational corporations, they monitor the social media sentiment regarding when you are launching a product, and also accordingly your marketing campaigns can be tailored. So it still needs a lot more work because of the data biases that Jennifer and Patricia spoke. So we need a lot more data to fine-tune things. But yes, it is. We are moving in the right direction with countries putting in regulations for privacy and security of information also. So thank you.
No, that's wonderful. And again, I think, it's great to have this conversation, because even though we're all sitting on different continents. These are all common issues and common things that we're all dealing with. So I think it's great that we're able to have this platform to discuss that. And so I think about, how AI just in North America, how, it does, as, there are those challenges, but there are those benefits. It does eliminate some of those barriers that allows us to have a broader competitive advantage by being able to cross borders when you're dealing with businesses, when you're doing business. And also when you're building those teams, being able to have those cross-cultural teams and to be able to be more empathetic when you're working with your team, because you're able to have more of those, the intel that you may not have had before. So I think it's definitely important. And there are definitely great benefits if we're able to incorporate it in our overall strategy. It can't just be a standalone, but it definitely can be a great asset to your leadership style. So that leads me to, let's talk about the legal labyrinth and the cross-cultural teams that are in Europe. That would be Patricia.
Yes, another important and not easy topic, I would say. I think this is both complex and crucial for success in today's business environment. So again, back to Europe, yes, because let me focus here on this area. We talk about two different languages. We have a lot of different countries. And we have to have in mind that we are talking about different law. Yes, each country has own law. We have employees and teams with different, let's say, rules, which we as leader needs to understand, needs to follow. This is the one thing. But on the other hand, we have also EU law, yes, general. Also important to understand from the HR perspective, I would say. On the other hand, also, we have AI, which has, let's say, own rules. So I think this is not easy topic. This is what I also find out during our research. And to be honest, before I was not involved in this topic, and I haven't known that this is not that I haven't known. I couldn't imagine how important this topic is. And yes, what I want to say is that the best thing is, first of all, to get some support from the experts. So I think every business needs some kind of experts in own company, maybe in different countries, also to get the proper knowledge. On the other hand, we have AI tools, yes, and this is again the situation where I believe AI will solve a lot of problems within our communication, with the different approach to the law, to the rules within worldwide business. And on the other hand, I think that not only the consultants and expert support will be necessary, but I believe that also the AI solutions and regulations will support the daily business and team cooperation. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So let's get some feedback regarding this from Latin America. Latin America has a large number of initiatives and projects to boost cultural intelligence and AI. So Rocio, can you please share a couple of your insights?
Yes. Yesterday, I would like to share some experience, and it's very recent, about cultural experience, and is related to AI. I think everything is connected because we have been doing this research, and as Patricia said, for me, cultural intelligence was not my top of mind, right? I am very deep into technology, and I was working a lot, investigating and trying to do research about AI. But when I started digging into the concepts about cultural intelligence, I started to get fascinated, right? Because it's super interesting. And then everything gets connected, and one thing leads to the other. And yesterday I was part of this event. It was an international event. And it was funny because I'm a speaker in events, but I'm a project manager, a speaker. I'm an IT speaker. I talk about technology. I talk about leadership. I talk about project management, strategy. Those are my topics. And the events that I used to participate in are more serious, right? Because the people, the audience there are more serious, different. And yesterday I was invited to this commercial event that all the public agencies were there, all the salesperson, all the marketing people were there, and they invited me to talk about AI. And I was so nervous at the beginning. I was lucky it was a 2-day event and I wasn't the first to present, because the first day I understood I was in a total different cultural environment. It was so different to me, to the events that I used to present in, because it was the public was used to dance during the presentations. The speaker I very show, they do the show, they dance, they sing, they show videos, and I'm more like academic maybe. And it was a different culture. That's a different culture, right? You have cultures not just between countries, you have different microcultures in business too, because people from the commercial areas are so different from us, that we come from IT, and I think we have to adapt. The good thing is I had the chance to adapt my presentation, and I have to the chance to understand what the audience was expecting from me. And the good thing is we were all talking about AI. And this was an Latin American event. So I had the chance to update it, the information I have, to update the information I had about this project and initiatives across Latin American. And it was super interesting, because I found out that there are a lot of advances in AI that are helping not just cultural intelligence to grow up, but also business. And there are profound investigation and a lot of platforms that are working with, by example, educational projects. You have educational projects, you're trying to help kids to learn more about history, by example. And I was using these Google glasses to help them go to the past. So you have a kid that is learning history and learning culture to these glasses, and they can see a speech in old Greece, by example. So you have so many advances using AI, but also new technologies that are closing these gaps, and we're bridging our cultures. And I think this is the time for us to change, right? Because the world is changing already. We cannot do anything about it. The world is going to change, and this is the moment that we have to adapt ourselves. And for me, that was really, really insightful. Being there was totally took me out of my comfort zone. I had to lead with this totally new, different audience for me. But the good thing is we were talking about something we have in common, that is curiosity. I think we're all curious about artificial intelligence. In these presentations, you had these experts in their subject matters, where there was even communication or marketing, but we were all beginners. We were all learning about AI, and I think that's wonderful. So AI is bringing challenges to us. It's putting us to study. It's raising a lot of questions, but I think it's also raising curiosity. And I think this is the time for curious people, because there are no experts, right? Who thinks is an expert in AI? I don't think anybody knows. We're just experimenting, we're learning. And we're learning so much about us, so ourselves, because AI has challenged human nature. So I think it's
Yes.
great. And we have so much to learn. And I think Latin America has a lot of potential. I was surprised, because usually we're not in the top of the list for technology innovation. But I was super surprised that maybe this is an opportunity for us, and we can lead something in a different way. We're curious people. I think we're also very empathetic, and
Yes.
we are I don't know, we know how to deal with crisis. So I think it's a good opportunity. It's a time for Latin America to rise, to learn something new. And for me, it was super, super helpful. And I learned a lot.
Yes, thank
I
you.
wanted to share that with you. Maybe it's not in the article, but I think sharing this with you, it's very, it's the time to do it.
Yes. Thank you, Patricia. No, that was really, really great. And so you brought some great points, and I think we've already kind of talked to these, but I think what's really important, for our listeners is that we have that each of us have created this a collaborative article where we kind of provided insights from each of our continents, but then also we were able to create our insights, share a couple of some examples. But then in the end of the article, we addressed a couple of the challenges that we each face as well as benefits. And so what I would like to, and I know we've already kind of talked about it, but if someone's taking notes, I'm going to come to you, Jennifer. And you may have already mentioned this, but just what would you say would be one of the top challenges of the adoption of AI and to boost cultural intelligence? What would you say one of the top challenges are?
Yeah, thank you so much. Like many have mentioned quite a number of challenges, but one of the most maybe biggest challenges that I would find is that how can we make sure that AI is actually able to adapt to all the languages that we have, or even the culture? Because you don't have one model that can fit for all of them. So one of the things is that, are we able to develop tools that are able to take care of everyone? Or are we able to actually make sure that we are able to capture the context of everybody or every culture? So we still have a lot that need to be done. Yeah, another challenge is that we need to overcome the biasness that could actually be there. And this is basically because the people who are creating this particular tool, the AI algorithm, can it be actually localized? Is it possible to localize the AI algorithm to make sure it's actually capturing that? Is it able to look at those multiple languages? Is it also able to actually look at maybe the systems within a culture? Is it able to look at the age? Because as much as you're coming up with those particular tools that you're using, are they for everybody? Yeah, although I've seen like AI when it's normally used for marketing, they're able to learn your behavior and they can actually be able to actually bring the context based on what your behavior online. But what if AI is biased? Are we able to deal with that? So I believe we have some challenges, but like I said, I've been in IT for quite a long time, seeing things that are coming through the IT and saying that we just have to adapt and move on because there's no way we can do away with the AI. So we have to make use of it and try to see how we can be able to overcome challenges and embrace our AI in our leadership. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that leads to they're all's not bad, right? So there's challenges, but as technology evolves, there are a lot of great benefits. And so based on the article and our findings as well, what are would you say some of the benefits, Rupa, of AI and cultural intelligence bridging together?
Thank you, Tiffany. So, see, there are a lot of benefits once we can integrate and remove all the data biases, as Jennifer has said. The most simplest example, the Indian nod is very famous. So we do this a lot of times. So is that a yes or a no? It is neither. It's more like, okay, I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but I'm not committing to anything. So in a video meeting, if I'm doing this, if AI can interpret it and tell you, so she's just saying, okay, I'm listening to you. I'm hearing you. She's not saying yes or no to it. It helps a lot, right? It cuts down on so many misunderstandings. So AI will be very beneficial if we can get into such kind of gesture interpretations. When we speak about cultures also, Asian cultures are more towards collectivism and not individualism. Western cultures are more individual. It's like I decide and I say, it is my say, or my way or the highway, as they say. But Asian cultures are not like that. So there is a hierarchy. The hierarchies are respected and adhered to, even in business as well as in personal relations. All these, if AI can help people to understand this and communicate, then it leads to a better global environment, and we will be more culturally sensitive towards people. And so also all the countries are putting up ethical frameworks to have over data privacy and issues like that. So all this is going to bring us up as a more culturally sensitive global village.
Yes. No, that's
Thanks.
wonderful. No, thank you so much for that. This has been such a great conversation and definitely much needed. And I think, as I'm listening, I think leaders, there are so many great pieces that people can take if you're a leader, incorporate it into your strategic planning process. As I'm listening as a marketer, there's so much time that we go into trying to identify our target audience and being able to market to them and create a product and service, whereas AI can help us hone in on exactly what those audiences are and what their needs are, versus just giving some general advice or a campaign to everyone. It could be personalized. And so I think taking that just from my industry, in all industries, there's customization there. It allows you to get to understand your audience, your market, and to be able to identify with them. I think it also allows leaders to really get to know their people and to be able to get real-time feedback. So sometimes when you're leading a team of cross-cultural members, you're trying to do this bucket approach, but it allows you to get real-time feedback about how to incorporate, how to reach your particular individual, because a team, there are individuals that make up a team. And I think if you can really hone in on those needs of those particular people, that'll allow you to really to be able to excel and to be able to reach greatness within your teammates and your team. So with that being said, I want to allow each of you to provide some feedback on what would be your number one takeaway or advice to leaders when it comes to AI and cultural intelligence. I'll start with you, Patricia.
Okay, I have just in the meantime put here myself this kind of sentence. What do you think? By investing in cultural intelligence, leveraging legal expertise, and embracing AI technologies, business can turn these challenges into opportunities. This is, yes, what I would like to say. Oh, and this is also all of you, and this is what I will take to myself. Thank you.
Thank you. Rupa, any last words?
Yeah, so what AI can help us reach a larger audience more quickly. We will have to overcome the biases, the data biases, and then it will help us to have a more culturally diverse audience, which is understanding each other. Thank you.
Thank you. Jennifer.
Yeah, thank you. So I would say that AI and CQ synergy is a very good catalyst that you can actually be able to use, because it's going to help us be able to bridge the culture across the world, and this will be able to bring about a lot of understanding. We'll be able to actually have inclusive and harmonious society, because we have to work together, because initiatives are spanning multiple countries, multiple continents. Thank you.
Thank you. Rosia?
Yeah, I would say that this is the time for leaders to become even more humble. I think we have to be very, very humble right now, because as we just said, nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody dominates AI. We're just starting. We're just beginners. And we have to use that as a leaders to try to understand better our teamwork, our people. Our people is going to lead also with uncertainty, is going to lead with anxiety, is going to, because AI is going to change everything. And in a cultural where you have multiple cultural teamworks, is going to be even worse, right? Because you don't know what AI is going to play at the end. It's going to be, we talk about it, it's going to be good, it's going to be a friend, it's not going to. So this is the time to be very, very humble, is the time to try to do a lot of research. We have to be students again, and we have to do that research, I think, with our team. We have to try to learn with them and try to understand what causes, what anxieties, what answers raises in them too, and help to do this journey together. I think nobody knows where this is going to lead us. I think it's going to be good, because I'm an optimist. But we have to do this journey together, and as leads, we have to work with our team in a humble way and learn a lot from them and enjoy the journey too. That's why I learned this.
Wonderful. No, that's wonderful. Thank you. So thank you all so much. I'm going to go into the chat to see if there's any questions, and before we completely close out. It looks like we have 2 questions here in the chat, and I'll open this up to whoever would like to chime in. It says, in what ways can artificial intelligence be integrated into corporate training programs to enhance cultural intelligence among employees? Is there anyone that would like to chime in on that?
If may I've been working on that, because I come from the corporate level, and that was exactly what my talk was about. I think everybody's trying to figure out what to do with AI in a personal level, but what companies are doing. The thing is, for companies, is even more challenging, because AI is going to be on top of data, right? Because AI works on top of historical data. So companies need to look after the data. What kind of data they have? They have clean data, they have useful data, they have all the systems together integrated to provide all the resources that the AI is going to take to try to convert everything of that in knowledge for the business to make good decisions. And if we see, maybe the companies have not been working in the data, and I don't know, maybe it's cultural too. Not all the companies make decisions based on data, right? But now AI is going to force us to do that. So I think as individuals, we have to have a plan, and we have to work on how to see how we go evolving with this technology. I think companies have to do the work too. And the only way to do it is not going to be a matter of, you have to do it systematically. You have to put a team to work on that. You have to put a research team. You have to try to form what I call a center of excellence. You could have a center of excellence that is dedicated to do analytical and also AI combined together, because you have so many things to do with the data, with the systems, with the culture in the company, that is not going to happen. And now you have to work systematically. You have to work it through a project, to a transformational project that at the end is going to provide you benefits. But if you don't start as a company right now, you're not going to take advantage of this. And the technology is going to evolve. Either you catch up on it or not. So my advice to the companies, start working on that. Think about your data. Try to form a center of excellence, and put resources to it.
Wonderful. That's great. That's great. This may even be another question, which is, I think you all may have spoken to China, is AI culturally intelligent? As AI is eating into the job market and making life simpler, is there any mitigation plan as project managers? That's a good one. Anyone want to chime in on that one? I think, Jennifer,
Maybe I can try.
yeah, I was gonna say, I felt like that kind of, fell within the things you were
Yeah.
mentioning. Mhm.
I can try that. It's actually Phoebe who is asking, is AI culturally intelligent? What we are discussing is that there are so many applications or tools that are being created to help us be able to understand cultural intelligence. So we can't say AI is really cultural intelligence, but it's actually geared towards helping us to be able to understand the cultural intelligence. And then the other part is, as AI is hitting the job market and making life simpler, is there any mitigation plan as project managers? I'm a project manager. I've been working on IT projects for long, but I believe that AI has come to simplify the life. There is no way you can be able to mitigate because, like we said, AI is here to stay. We are not going to do away with it, and it's becoming actually better and better. Just like the way you find that things keep on advancing. So as we advance with AI, we just have to keep on adapting. As a project manager, we even have AI-powered tools that are helping us to be able to manage project in a more better way. So the best thing that somebody can be able to do is not to look for a mitigation plan, but to keep on rolling out to some of the new things that are coming with AI, because we have to adapt and use it. We have to actually accept that there is already a disruption in the market, and we have to embrace it and move on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think, is there any other questions? If there's any other, let's see if there's anything. I think that was it, but let me double check. Yeah, that was so. Yeah, no, those. So, thank you all so much for your insight. This has been such a great conversation, a great discussion that I know that we could probably go on for another hour if we had the time. But I want to encourage everyone that's listening, if you want to learn more about the conversations that we're having, to definitely please click on the link in the article. That Priya has shared here in the chat is also on the Women PowerUp Network LinkedIn site as well. So you can definitely get that information. And then it looks like also that Priya has dropped in each of our LinkedIn profiles. So definitely encourage you to connect with us. And if there's any questions that you think of today or later on, definitely feel free to inbox us. But I just want to thank you all so much for joining us today. And I will turn it back over to Priya for some closing remarks. Thank you all.
Thank you, Tiffany. And that was such an interesting discussion. And I'm going to share my screen again. And Cecilia, would you do the honors?
Yes, thank you, Priya. And please take this certificate of appreciation, Rupa. Rupa, thank you for your participation in this panel. It was very, very useful, very enriching for awareness of the cultural intelligence and AI. Thank you, Rupa. Patricia. Patricia, same to you. Thank you very much. And take this certificate of appreciation. Rocio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your participation too. Rocio, my friend, Rocio is very close from me here in Latin America. Rocio, thank you very much for participating in this panel. I like very much your insights, and I felt very represented with your insights because of our culture is very similar. And Jennifer, thank you very much. I appreciate really your insights. You talk about the biases, and I was very aware of the biases we have in everything, the data we have, and in AI, especially in AI, we have very biases, and I think we should work on that. Thank you, Jennifer. And Tiffany, thank you very much for moderating this panel. It was really a really good session. I enjoyed a lot. Thank you very much and congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecilia. And now I will ask Cecilia to share a few words. What is your learning on reviewing this article, Cecilia?
Yeah, well, okay. I already said something, but I want to share with you one call to action. What can we do with that? What can we do with everything we talked today? How can we promote or make more visible the awareness of cultural intelligence, the biases we have in AI? What can we do with that? That's my last reflection. This is I think we have a lot of things to do, and we should reduce the gap we had in cultural information in AI, because most of the information and the data we have is from a reduced parts of the world. For example, Latin America has a poor representation in the data in AI. If you ask ChatGPT about something, you won't see Latin America representation. And as Jennifer said, perhaps the same is in Africa. So we all have to do something with that. That's my last reflection. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecilia. And Andrea is not here, but she was also one of our reviewers. But I would also like to call upon Jody to share a few words on the voice of the community section of this article. Jody, are you talking on mute?
Hi everyone. Is my voice clear enough?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't feeling that well, so I hope my voice is not that bad. Yeah, the voice of community, it's with the intentions to collect survey feedback from everyone who actually responding to it. And I guess that information actually shows that from the past month and even this month, everyone is really aware of AI, and everyone is really very positive about artificial intelligence moving forward. I think some of the speakers have just mentioned just now, the biasness and some of the ethics issues remain still very, very much of a concern. And it really would like a lot of educations and awareness need to be brought forward to educate people on how to use AI in an intelligent way. AI is not supposed to replace our work, replace our mindset, but it's just as a guide and help us to be more efficient and help to expedite our learning. Yeah, so that's a little bit about voice of community. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody. And with this, we will wrap up our event for this month. Next month, we will be talking about another leadership dimension and how AI can boost that up as well. So it would be on adaptability, leadership adaptability and AI. So by the way, let us know what do you think by taking the poll at menti.com. The code is on your screen, 63561142. Share your views, your feedback, also topics on which you would want us to do some research and come up with something collaborative like this. With this, I think we will wrap up and watch our social media for more on our next event. Till then, stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you again next month. By the way, if Everyone is okay. Please turn on your cameras so that we can take a group picture. And Cecilia is expert in that, so she will do it. Everyone, whoever can, please turn on your cameras. Hi, Preeti. Hi, Anita. Lee. Lee's there?
I'm here. I'm here. I wouldn't leave you.
But
Hi,
we can't
Lee.
see.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us every session. Thank you, Lee.
Y'all, you
Lee,
ladies are too smart for me.
Thank you.
he joins us every time. Cecilia, you can stop the recording, I guess, now.
Okay.